Hello everybody and welcome back to Knaveswell Extended. Right, today we're going to be buying a new tractor. This is to replace the Axos. The thing is though, it is actually going to be older than the Axos, which seems like a very strange thing to do, but it will be more powerful. So in the long run, it will be better. I like the Axos an awful lot, but recently I've had a lot of people want me to replace it. I don't tend to just listen to, or I'm trying not to listen to just one person's comment, but there has actually been about roughly 10 to 15 people who have requested me to change this tractor. So we will do. We're going to replace it with a Ford. I did a poll 2 days ago, and I think it was about 94% of the people who voted wanted me to replace this tractor. So yes, taking the majority's vote there. Now, one thing is, we need to obviously take this over to the store to sell it, and we need to have enough money to buy the Ford. The Ford is roughly, I think it's about £17,000, so we will be able to afford it, as the Axos is worth about £30,000, I think. But the thing is, the Ford will have to bring back on the low loader, because we won't have all the paperwork through to drive it on the road. We can drive it in the fields, no problem at all, but not on the road. So if we put the Axos on here anyway, as we'll be heading to the store with the lorry, that saves a job. Can we reverse it in? Let's put some cameras on. We need the back cap, there we go. Very good. Kind of showing us a very similar view, but we can still see the blind spots quite well. Now we don't need to go all the way back, just to about here. That should be okay. We'll get the Axos started up. So here goes, loading it up. Now I do have a new mod to use today as well, so we've got to buy two things. We've got a trailer and the Ford tractor. The trailer I'll show you in a minute or two. Obviously the Ford we've seen before in a taste of Donegal. Should be okay. It's not for a low loader. There are better trailers than this for the low loader, but as I use it so rarely, I can't really see the need in replacing this. So we're going to stick with it. Is there a locking script? No, I don't think there is. Or maybe actually. Nope, that's for the door. There's definitely no locking script. Good. So that doesn't really matter because we're not going very far at all. Yeah, it should stay on there okay. Only thing is the trailer likes to undercut. Cuts the corners quite a bit. So whoa, without driving in the hedge too much, you need to get it there in one piece. It might seem obvious to some people, but a few people have been asking me the question, how do you remove this menu? The help menu. Well, I think the default control for PC is F1. That's what it is for me. So F1 on the keyboard should remove the menu for you. And if you don't have it, it should add it as well. However, you might have to go on the escape menu to click automatic help on. That should help you quite a bit. Right, this is where it gets tricky. There is not much space here, so we're going to go over the road into here. And here there is way more space to unload without blocking the road. We'll turn the lorry's engine off because we're going to be here for a little while, sorting things out. We didn't need to drive the Claas onto the low loader, we could have just driven it here, but it would mean doing two trips, so we're sort of killing two birds with one stone doing it this way, so yeah, saving quite a bit of time. Anyway, into the sell box, we should get a bonus for this. I think it was £27,000 without the bonus, so let's see what we get extra. 32,569, that's pretty good. It's about £5,000 more. That is really good. Right, so the Ford. We can go for a bigger one if we want to, but I'm going to go for the medium-sized one. which is the 7840. Oh, it's cheaper than I thought as well. It's only £10,770. That is 105 horsepower. We could go for this one, which is larger. Actually, we probably will do, because this is a big map and it's going to need some horsepower. 125 isn't that much horsepower. So yeah, let's go for this one. We're feeling lucky today. And there it is. It just drops in from the sky. So I always have loved this this series of tractors. I think they look really good, and in FS they're built really well. This is the modified version, where it doesn't rock as much as the original version, so yes, it's going to make it much better. So the engine is just starting up. I think the yes, the lights do work on the dashboard in this one. In the modified version of the two-wheel drive one, where it says Daggerwin in the window, not modified by me, I don't think the dash lights work, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well, doesn't matter too much. Right, so we don't have the documentation through to drive it on the road properly. I have just crossed the road though. I'm sure we'll be okay. And this will be likely going over to the sheep farm, because we're going to be using it there today. Right, that's right up against the front. We'll put the handbrake on. And yeah, that should be everything. Hopefully. Shut the door. Fantastic. Right, so now for the trailer. Now basically, this is by a modder in Mapper's Paradise, in the Mapper's Paradise mod group. Their name is Briano74, and he has very kindly sent me this to sort of publicise, because it's an upcoming mod. It isn't currently out, and I've sort of been lucky enough to have early access to it, to give it a go and see exactly what it is like, and hopefully we're going to be very impressed by it today. So it's not cheap, it is quite expensive for a trailer, but it's okay, because in a minute or two, in fact now, we're going to sleep, and because we've got so many cows going in the background, they should be producing quite a bit of milk. So I'm going to skip time very quickly. What we have to do is crouch down next to a lorry wheel for fun, and then we'll be able to skip the time very quickly and see how much money we get at midnight. So here we go. Midnight is coming. There we go. £16,974. That pretty much does cover it, actually. So that is really good. So it should be back here. I wonder if that'll fit on the low loader. You know what, I probably should have put that on the low loader first, but that is a decent trailer. It's going to be great for transporting vehicles, and even actually bales would probably fit on it quite well. So it's a Chieftain, and very, very good looking trailer. It's very glossy as well. Got some good reflections in there. And the thing I really do like about it is the wires, the hoses and everything which run to the tractor unit. A lot of trailers on FS really do lack that, so having that is brilliant. So yes, let's put it back onto, hovering. Let's put the Ford on it. See what it looks like. I know I've already loaded it up, but it doesn't really matter. The only thing is this yard is quite narrow, so there's not an awful lot of space to manoeuvre. So what I'm looking to see here is how close those wires actually fit onto the tractor. How accurately. Very accurately, actually, so that is really good, and probably with every tractor you use it will work very well. So let's put the ramps down if we can do. Let me just work out how to use it. So basically, the way this works is you don't press X or anything to get the ramps to lower, you press M on the keyboard to lower them, and K on the keyboard to higher them. And I think they look really good. I'm not just saying that. Honestly, this is a good trailer. I'm looking forward to using it. It's going to fit in very well on this farm. I'm just wondering if we can actually transport it on the low loader. Otherwise, we'll just get another tractor to bring it over. Yeah, it probably will be better actually. So we'll take the Ford over to the sheep farm, and then we'll get another tractor to bring it over to the sheep farm as well. Off we go. So it's not very far at all. As you'll know from previous episodes, it is literally just up the road from when we turn right, just up the road from there. This tractor is going to be used to most likely just tow trailers around the yard and possibly run a baler as well, because it should just about have enough power for a round baler and possibly a square baler, certainly a conventional one. But yeah, it's going to really fit in well, I think. Alright, so this is where it gets trickier. We've got to turn this bend, so we're going to have to swing left first of all. And we'll be coming around here. Luckily, there's no collisions on these hedges, so we kind of do get away with it. In real life, it would be a struggle. And here we are, the sheep farm. This again is a very congested yard, so with a low loader, with an articulated lorry, it's going to be quite tricky. But I'm sure we'll be able to find a space just out of the way to unload. Yeah, this should be okay. Behind the tanker. So, two days ago, one episode ago, we were working in the field directly in front of us, field number 39. And I didn't really know what to do with the rest of the field. We put some of it in here, that's why the case is here, and it's converted the grass to chaff automatically. But we have the rest of the field to go at, and I did think that probably silage baling would be the best thing to do. So what I might do is silage bale it, but I'm still kind of deciding, because I don't want to sort of deplete our supply of grass straight away, as the sheep are going to need more relatively quickly. Good job I came over here. We'll shut the gate. Now I wonder if we can afford to get any more sheep. How many do we have? Because they're not very expensive. We've got 50. I think we can probably upgrade to 60 of them. So please excuse the flashing. There we go. 10 more. It's cost £3,000. Which actually doesn't seem too bad. So they're going to be producing even more wool now. These productive things. And they've got plenty of feed and water. So that's all really good. I think they got water. Yes, I gave them water. So, yeah, that's all good. Now, we should probably... actually, no, we can leave this gate open, as there's no livestock in there. We will, however, move this tractor out of the way, because it is in a terrible position. The wool pallet is already filling up very quickly. So it's been discussed that we probably don't actually need to have 2 diesel tankers, but I did explain earlier that the reason why I've got 2 is because one of them is for water only, and in real life you certainly would not use the same tanker for diesel and for water. So that is the reason why I've done that. It's all for realism, really. So here goes, the Ford tractor being delivered to our farm. Here it is. It's going to fit in really well. So for the time being, we're just going to put this in here. We'll properly start using it next week, because next week will be the week when I will have finally sorted out what to do with field number 39. But yes, I think most likely it is going to be baled. But as it's sort of going to be silage, it doesn't matter if it dries out or gets wet or whatever. Wait, actually no, the drying out process does matter, but it'll probably rain. Let's check the forecast. It's going to be fairly cloudy, so it won't dry out too much, and a bit of hail as well on Sunday. So that is our delivery done. We've just got to get this thing out of here. Oh, that's not going to be good. Yeah, it's going around okay. There's a building on the front there though. In front of the cab. Got to reverse all the way out. Didn't think of this. We're almost there. seems tricky, but in real life I've seen a lot of lorries do that for a lot further distance as well. They've done a really good job of it, so can't complain. Now we're not actually taking this back to the main yard, this is going back to the grain drying yard because we need to go over there. Now there is a bit of an issue with that yard because, well, I have reason to believe that it isn't quite set up because this is a pre-release version of the map. I might be wrong, but I have been told how to use this thing properly by somebody on YouTube, and what they're saying all adds up, but still no luck at all. So my guess is either we both have a very bad understanding of how the mod works, or it just doesn't work at the moment. So yeah, I'm not going to say they don't have a clue what they're talking about, because I think they do. They did have quite a good explanation to this. This is the yard up here, and I'm going to essentially show you exactly what has been said about it. And I've tried to replicate it, and no luck at all. I've actually had to load this game already because I was expecting it to work. I had high hopes and it didn't work at all, so I had to reload everything. Now if we just park this here, I'm going to run through the process. We'll turn the engine off and yeah, stop the steering wheel from controlling the person, and we'll go over here. Right, so basically what happens is, you'll probably know by now, the straw has to go in the burner here, the diesel has to go in the generator here, the grain goes into the hopper in here, and this is where it should empty again, and this is where it's actually dried. So the grain goes in here and it gets dry. Now when it's in the burner, when the bale is in the burner, you can actually combust the bales with these buttons here. I won't do it because it makes quite a noise. And then when you get to full capacity, which we were, but I'm not anymore, we do have to put some more straw in. I've already done this, by the way, already. I put an extra bale in, and I got the dried grain percentage to 100% because I thought one of the issues could be that we don't have 100% of dried grain. But I've done all that, and there was still no luck at all. So I got it to 100%, and everything was working as it should be, but then when I put the trailer underneath here, under there, it did absolutely nothing at all. Some people said press R, but that doesn't do anything. Some people said use a multi-fruit trailer, tried it, didn't work either. Some people said use a standard trailer, tried that as well, still didn't work. And somebody said something which really did get my hopes up, and they said there's a switch next to the dryer, just here next to the fan, and if you flick that switch with the trailer underneath, it will work. But no such luck at all. It does absolutely nothing to me, so I don't know. I'm kind of at a loose end because I don't have a clue what to do. So anyway, with that out of the way, thank you to everybody who has tried to help me. I do appreciate it. I have taken all your suggestions into consideration and tried them, and still nothing. I suppose there is a chance that if I just keep walking around in circles, I'm going to find the button. But I don't know. I've kind of lost confidence in this. I think it might be because it's pre-release. And Tommx55, the creator, did actually tell me that there could be issues, and fair enough. I accept that because it's not out yet and it's still in testing and it's still being done. So yeah, if it is that it's just not been set up properly, fair enough. I totally accept it because I already feel very grateful for having this map already before most people. It's definitely an honour to be able to play on it first, or at least first with other YouTubers as well. So yeah, that is the dried grain. It would have been amazing, and it will be amazing when this map is released. But obviously at the moment I either can't get my head around it or it's not working for whatever reason, so we're just going to have to leave it there for the time being. It is a shame though, because the price, if you haven't seen my other video where I showed you this, the price of wheat, I think it's wheat I've got in here, I think it is, the standard price of wheat is £594 per tonne. But if you go down to dried grain, which is here, £5,271 per tonne, which is even better, in fact a lot better, than silage. So it's one of those things which you really want to be doing, and technically we've done it, it's just we didn't get the money for it. So I suppose, although this probably seem a bit stupid, why am I stuck on a wall? I'm actually stuck on the wall, there we go. Yeah, I suppose what we could do is convert what we've got, which is 8,228 litres, and then times that by 5,000, whatever it was, 271, to well, not times it, but times it by 8 and see how much money we owed from it, and then add it manually. We could do that, but it just doesn't seem right somehow, because we haven't finished the whole process. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Right, so for tomorrow, or the next episode, yes. Yeah, we've done 3 episodes this week already. Or 3 episodes in the last 7 days. So we won't be doing Knaveswell Extended again for a few days. Thornton Farm will take priority. Jump the river. Whoa, splash. No, bad jump. Yeah, Thornton Farm first, then we're back on Knaveswell. Doing quite a bit of baling, because we've got to bale this field over here, we've got to bale field number 85, and also the rest of 36, was it? Field 30? No, 39. Got it wrong again. So yeah, lots to do. I've just realised the combine is still over here. Right, so instead of driving on the swaths, I've turned around and we'll go back this way. The header trailer is out the gate, but we can get through, luckily. Just about. It's a bit of a squeeze. There's the trailer. And yeah, it's a bit of a steep bank behind us, so it feels a bit weird doing this. So I have to reverse up the bank just to get it to there. I reckon this combine might be slightly underpowered because it does get stuck quite easily. Wow. Must be heavy. So we need to fold this up to get access to the hitch. I've just moved the header back a bit because it was obviously way too far back. It tipped the whole header trailer up. Now we can attach it, and we're now going to head back to the yard. If we go left out of here, we can go the much quicker way, but also it's kind of a cross-country route, which isn't ideal. So we're going around the headland of field number 20. We probably should cut this field just to make it easier, because we're going to be going that way quite a bit. But my guess is I haven't actually been following too closely the forum thread of this map, which I probably should have been doing considering I'm playing it. But if I had to have a guess at why it's not out yet, I would say it's probably going to be released for FS17. I can't say for sure, and it might have even been announced that, because like I say I haven't looked, but yes, if I was to have a stab in the dark, that would be the reason. So just heading back to the main yard. Yeah, I think I did decide that the best place to put this is in the storage field just opposite the main yard, because there's a lot more space for the low loader and also the combine, well basically anything which is very long, because this yard doesn't really cater to long vehicles, which is probably the reason why there was the manor farm added in down near field 76, so you can have some bigger vehicles. Honestly, actually, the field near to manor farm is very good for that. It's field number 76, just behind it. It's a grass field which we actually cut, but if you want to have a big field for storage, that is going to be a great place for that. And there we go. That is it for Knaveswell Extended for the next few days. Until next time, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll return very soon for some more. This yard is actually starting to look a bit neater. Hopefully it'll be even neater by next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.